Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and thank you all for being here. I think this hearing is very important to create some momentum. I hold a lot of town halls. I've held, I think it's now 144 since I was elected. And at every town hall, I start with a half-hour pre-meeting with the mayors and city commissioners and state legislators and county commissioners, and it's very hard to get through any one of those gatherings without a number of key water projects being raised, water projects of the type that would be funded through a Water Resources Development Act or WRDA bill, waste treatment, bank and wetland restoration, dredging for channels, navigation channels, dredging for turning basins, levee repair, levee recertification, dam repair, so on and so forth. So I appreciate the testimony you have brought forward to help focus attention on this vital infrastructure. Not only that, but this is a great time to be building infrastructure in America when the construction industry is flat on its back and interest rates are low. So I know that the specific projects may not be identified as in the past. Certainly I'll be advocating for whatever pools of grant or financing exist for the projects in Oregon. I have a long list here of the projects I've talked with Oregonians about, often essential to the success of our communities, both urban and rural. So I know you all hear this type of report from virtually every senator, but probably the reason that everyone up on this panel comes from a coastal state is it's particularly a powerful issue if you come from a state where the economy is dependent upon port access, ocean access, as our states are. I wanted to connect with you all in terms of one key piece of this puzzle, which is the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund. And it's my understanding that collections have far exceeded the funds that have been appropriated for harbor maintenance, resulting in a large surplus. And I put surplus in quotes because I believe the surplus has essentially been dedicated to national debt. But it means the harbors are paying a very specific fee for a very specific purpose, for a purpose that is not adequately funded, and yet the funds are being diverted. And I'd just like to hear from you all whether you support this current policy of diverting funds, or you would like to see these funds utilized for the reason that they're collected in the first place. Janet.
Thank you, Senator. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is a strong supporter of the RAMP Act. We absolutely believe that the funds that are deposited into the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund should be fully utilized every year for their intended purpose. There is no reason to let maintenance dredging needs go unaddressed while dollars that users are paying sit in a fund. And in fact, Senator Vitter has been such a strong supporter of full utilization of the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund. You have, many others have, and the Chamber will continue to fight with the coalition to find a solution so that those funds can be used for their intended purpose.
Would anybody else like to comment? Mr. Bridges?
Yes, thank you. The AAPA completely agrees with the Chamber in this matter. Currently, we believe there's a $6.4 billion balance in this trust fund, $1.5 billion being collected, and yet only $800 million is appropriated for this very worthwhile cause. So we fully and strongly are committed to full use of the harbor maintenance tax for the intended purposes.
I would ask if, Madam Chair, do you think this is a possibility as we debate a WRDA bill that we can possibly get the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund dedicated to actually being used fully?
That would definitely be something that I want to do.
Great, and thank you, Senator Vitter, for being a champion on this topic. Appreciate that. I go to community after community after community that says, what are we going to do about the siltation of our channel that we've been dedicating funds to? We've been contributing funds to this purpose, and the work's not getting done because it's sitting in a bank account somewhere. And I just think that senators who don't come from coastal states and understand how important those ports are, we need to collectively, from inside the building and from outside the building, educate them about that. I'd like to turn to another issue, and Janet, this may be something in your world, but one of the previous Water Resources Development Acts had a section designed to streamline the permitting process for both large and small entities, Section 214. And I wanted to find out if what are the results, and really I open this up to anyone who'd like to respond to it, but whether this authority for streamlining the permitting process has been beneficial in trying to do the work more effectively and more efficiently in partnership with the Corps of Engineers.
Senator, yes, as a matter of fact, the Chamber is a strong supporter of Section 214. When we talk to our members and our partners, like the Pacific Northwest Waterways Association, what we've found is it's helped make significant strides. That's something that I think can be built upon in the next WRDA bill, as Senator Vitter and Senator Boxer talked, the frustration, the need for core reform means that we can take the best elements of Section 214 and find additional ways to streamline processes and increase those partnerships. And I'll be happy to address some of the more specific benefits for you in some follow-up questions if you have those for the record.
Great, thank you. Thank you. Would anybody else like to comment on this?
Yes, I'd like to echo those sentiments and just magnify by saying that more than half of the Corps districts are currently using this process, and it's been very beneficial to the agencies that have been involved in that partnership. So we would encourage making Section 214 a more permanent part of any future water bills.
Great. Well, thank you. I just want to close by, again, appreciating your testimony and your help in bringing expertise to build momentum. And Madam Chair, thank you for spearheading this effort.